Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our very First Look Tuesday. We're looking forward to doing this on the very first Tuesday of every month, a chance to get an inside look at an awesome game in development right now. This really will be a first look experience. It's before you will have, most games do their first look when they're about to ship. These games are still in play test, they're still in development. So we're really looking forward to this sort of new experience, having the developers there talking about it. Before I introduce the masterminds behind the Depth of Extinction, I'd like to first tell you about a few opportunities. The biggest one is that this game, Depth of Extinction, and a number of other good Georgia games are currently in Greenlight. I put the link up in chat, and I hope you get a chance to check them out there. Vote for them if you like them. If you like them, also please spread the word and let's get a lot more games from Georgia out on Steam. If you like what you see here and you like the rest of the things we do with the GGDA, you can get merch for us through our Cafe Press store. Just look for Georgia Game Devs up on Cafe Press. And we have another stream first thing in the morning tomorrow. We've got a 10 a.m. stream demoing the HoloLens. James Ashley is an awesome presenter on the HoloLens. He's a Microsoft MVP. And we're going to be streaming from 10 a.m. Eastern to 11:30, how you do development with the HoloLens. I'm expecting some great stuff from Microsoft on this one. We have a number of big events around the state. The next bigger event is July 15th in Columbus, Georgia. That's our Sim Fest. Check that one out on Facebook. I really need to be sharing more of these. Wow, GGDA is sharing all these links for me. They're faster than I am. The GGDA's got its act together. What can we say? And tonight's stream, I'm really excited by this. Tonight's stream is sponsored by High Res Studios. And at a random point in the stream, near the end, we will draw one lucky viewer to win 400 crystals for the game Paladin. It's going to be exciting. And yeah, anybody who we have to kick out of here for being a goofy little troll will be disqualified from that drawing. Sorry! If you want to stream with us in the future, just shoot an email to info@ggda.org. And we'd love to have you on the show. So really excited about this one. Mike Stomhofer has been doing some really good development work already. He founded Haas Studios. And as some of you know, I'm a big fan of tactical strategy games. Our Machiavelli, the Prince game, Merchant Prince, Emperor of the Fading Suns, our Warhammer 40k Final Liberation, really have enjoyed this genre, really enjoy getting into the meat of strategy, decision-making, having to figure out what your best options are that won't nuke your entire force. All of these things are really the crunchy decisions that I and many other players really enjoy in game development. You can check out the Greenlight for it through that link through the Georgia Games. But this is a great team. Mike has been working as a software engineer for a number of years, 15 years, in fact, since he was 5. 15 years as a software engineer. And architect in IT management, and he said, heck with it, it's time for games, and I can't blame him one bit. So Haas Studio started in 2015, had a mobile game cubicle run. Usually it's run from the cubicles, not through the cubicles, but c'est la vie. And they then got Depth of Extinction live. They've already gotten 4,000 downloads on itch.io and Game Jolt, even though the game is still in development. And that's one of the things I love about these first looks. Not only get to see a great game, but you get to see us play test it, because we're going to find bugs, and that's part of the excitement of this. We are actively looking for bugs. If you see them and know my face does not count as a bug, it's just there. We'll appreciate you sharing with it politely in chat or via an email, info@ggda. And we're looking forward to a full release of Depth of Extinction later on the year. You're going to see Twitter handles we'll put up for Depth Extinction, @Depth Extinction. If you want to follow it, I think there's some good stuff up there already. Mike's put together a good team. We're going to be seeing Kevin Dressel as part of this. He's one of the coders on the team. And we'll be pointedly ignoring an email from an artist giving him a whole bunch of comments on the build we're about to see. So there might be some discovered issues already, and we'll only find out about it later. That's part of the excitement of a first look live stream. Yes, when you do it live, you can break everything. And with that, I'm really happy to turn it over to Mike. I'm looking forward to this presentation on the game.
Yeah, thanks. I'm looking forward to getting my GGDA thong. I saw that on there, and I was like, that's the must-have item on the GGDA merch shop. All right, so yeah, so Andrew did a good job of giving us an intro here, and so I will just like jump right into the game. This is our title screen. It's a tactical turn-based game. Tell me if the music gets too loud, gentlemen. All right, so this is I've been playing it for a little bit, and so I'm going to jump in with my team into a hard mission, and you basically are in the future when the water has covered the earth. People are living in undersea like habitats, so these giant like buildings that are under the water, and it's so far in the future that now these habitats are falling apart. So it's like it's post-apocalyptic. If that makes any sense. So it's an RPG. It's kind of a roguelike. Everything is procedurally generated. I can actually do a level up, but I'll do that in a minute, maybe after we do a mission. So you can set up a team and assign everybody to different classes. You get different skills as you unlock their different stat levels. So let's just dive right in here into Operation Dole Tidal Wave.
Randomly generated titles.
Randomly, everything is random. Oh yeah, so we have a programmer extraordinaire, Kevin Dressel. Kevin is works part-time for me. He also works on his own studio.
Shiny Dolphin Games LLC. We're working on a game called Zap Blastem for mobile, which will be out sometime this year.
We'll both be at MomoCon, so we'll both have booths there. So if you want to come and like say hello, play the games, and make fun of us, whatever you want to do. All right, so I see some enemies here. Let's take a look. So the initial levels of Depth of Extinction are pretty simple, but once you get a little further in, things get more complicated. We can see we've got a goal over here, this yellow dot, and some enemies with the orange dots. Your team is the blue dots. And we can actually take a look at our players. This is my sniper. I can see her skills.
Heading out.
Got a new enemy. And I only have a 39% chance. So it's really similar to XCOM. Like everybody always brings up XCOM when they talk about this game. Which I like. I love XCOM. I'm a huge fan of the original games, especially the new game like XCOM Enemy Unknown, and I played some XCOM 2, but I haven't had a chance to get super far in it. Hopefully I won't get wiped.
Yeah, well, this is a hard level, right?
Yeah.
Because you started in a late game.
Yeah. So this is much tougher. We'll see. Let's send this guy. So the big thing in Depth of Extinction is it's like very risk-reward oriented. Like, you know, you can split your squad up if you want to like go after some of the loot or, you know, do some other stuff. But I see a bug already, by the way. I don't know if anybody's noticing this. Do you see it? The guy's inside the crate.
Interesting.
All right, he was able to move. That's good. But his overlay grid didn't show up. All right, now we've got the enemy AI. Kevin worked on the AI, so if you see him do something stupid, it's his fault. It's not mine. No, I'm just kidding. He did a great job on that.
They're pretty aggressive. Sometimes they don't seek cover, they just try and seek you.
All right, so she's taking a couple of hits here, but she is a sentry, which means if she fires before she moves, she does extra damage, but I can't really leave her here. She's kind of in danger. So let's get in a better spot. So everything, it's very much, you have to get into cover, and the cover is all destructible. You can see this one's taking some damage. So every piece of cover has health. And you can, so if the enemy's camped out behind some cover, you can take them out that way. All right, let's see. This enemy has more health than we do.
You can also see how good the cover is with the little icons. The full shield means it's, I think, 60% hit chance reduction.
So for those of you that played the demo, you'll see there's been quite a bit of difference between that version of the game and this one. We've made like a ton of changes. I don't really have good cover for this guy, so I'm rolling the dice here.
Good show off defend. Of course, you move too. Used all your turns.
Oh, I like this guy. This guy has a grenade launcher. He doesn't have much of a chance to hit, but we're going to fire into him.
It's a grenade.
Grenade launcher.
Grenades are made for people like me who can't snipe.
Yeah, he's exposed.
But we have
no cover. That's an excellent way
so
to set it.
Turn fire skill. That's a skill you get from
some of the upgrades.
Yeah.
So it's actually so each like stat has like a particular like upgrade tree on it. So as you upgrade the stat, you can get different skills, and then you can. So each like all the characters have access to the 5 stats, and then there's a class specialization that they can add that gives them particular skills. So this one is sniper. She's got sniper tree is the sentry and covering fire. So she'll take a shot on an enemy that attacks an ally if in range. A lot of this game is not just attacking, it's positioning the right characters in the right place to take advantage of these skills. And that's a real big difference from the demo as well. We didn't have all this stuff in there. The other thing we did is we made the levels larger, and we doubled the movement speed when there's no enemies. So when you're kind of in just saw 2 more enemies. So now you can see I dropped down to only be able to move 4 squares.
And we also just revealed one of the items hidden in this level. So he could go and just chase down that item if he wanted to, but the enemies will chase him, and it's kind of a chancing it.
Yeah, so you can leave anytime you want in the mission. I mean, anybody that's out of the evac. So if I start evac, basically I would failed the mission, and then I have to get everybody back over to the sub. And so if I don't get them back to the sub, they're dead.
I really like the many ways you're giving players feedback in this game, from the you've spotted someone to what kind of cover you can get from objects and the like. A lot of pretty neat and easy ways to give it, not overloading them with information, but a lot of useful feedback for the player.
Yeah. I mean, one of the goals was to make something like an XCOM game that's a little more approachable, but still has the same kind of depth. And really, I wanted more depth. Honestly, I felt like one of the problems with XCOM was that the skill tree was pretty flat. You know, you only had, for those of you that played the new Enemy Unknown game, I mean, they had like 4 classes, and then there was, every time they leveled up, you get to choose just between 2 skills. And so it's, you know, after you've been playing it a while, you kind of always end up taking the same paths. But I wanted to find some ways to give a little more variety. Oh, and see, the other thing is Sniper, she's got ultimate firing, so she can fire on both of her actions. Normally, a firing ends your turn. Let's take another shot here. She missed. Well, that was anticlimactic.
See, you could have moved closer in that first move. There was an open spot by the lamp.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And certainly for an old school RPG player like me, I really want to see some real character development. You can do that. And giving them these really unique, fun feats is kind of a great way to handle that.
And if you lose somebody on a mission, they're gone forever.
Right, it's Perma-Death.
So get attached. Definitely get attached.
Yeah, we're gonna try to amp up the difficulty a little bit in the final game too. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of considering whether we want to do like an easy and an Iron Man mode, like so there'd be like kind of the regular mode for the player that doesn't really want to play it hardcore. But I want to have like something that's a real challenge for the guys who love the roguelikes, you know?
Right.
All right, so we've got 4 enemies up here, kind of bunched. This looks like a good grenade opportunity, but I don't really have anybody in good range.
Yeah, it's tricky. There's no cover at the bottom. You can flank them, but there's not really. Yeah, I have to go really far.
So this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So RW Digital wants to know if you can name the characters. He didn't see a place in there to enter a name.
Yeah, that's a good question. In the original demo, you could name the characters. We took that out for right now, but we'll probably add it back so that you can go in and change them. There's certain attributes of them that we could allow you to even change, like the haircuts and their skin tones and tattoos. We have a lot of tattoos also.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Get that bullet crease through the haircut when someone shoots too close. You also got some high praise in the chat. Someone named TWI Sean McBride. No idea what TWI could stand for. Couldn't be a game developer of some pretty incredible games. Said, yeah, definitely going to be supporting these guys. So,
that's awesome. We're stoked to hear that.
For folks who don't know, TWI is Tripwire Interactive.
Oh, is it?
Or maybe it's Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Infinity.
Cool. I met Alan at a game jam a couple of years ago, and he like came in and advised.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
And you made sure not to.
Huh?
You made sure not to follow any of his advice. Sean, don't tell Alan I said that.
No, he gave us great advice and insight. Okay, now we're definitely bunching up here. They're totally going after this one. Yeah, that was stupid. And I've got to reload.
Tripwire is very well known for doing some pretty fantabulous Unreal games. You've done this one in Unity, correct?
Yeah, this is a Unity game.
What have you thought about trying to do a tactical and really a turn-based game in Unity? So much of what we see in Unity is real-time. What do you think would make a game like this in Unity?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how many Unity devs we have on there, but the funny thing is we're actually using the Mechanim animation framework as the turn-based state machine. So each character has a Mechanim state machine, and there's one for the entire battle that controls. Actually, each character has like 20 state machines, but anyway,
it's kind of crazy.
Let's not get into that. It's kind of crazy, but it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the reason that you don't see a lot of turn-based stuff in Unity is that there's just I guess you do see some, but yeah, it's like more platformers and action RPGs, just because that's more approachable for like an early dev, I guess, right?
Right.
There's just a lot of moving parts in turn-based games.
Yeah. And RPGs are very difficult. I mean, to try and get all the data put in, that's another big challenge. So we make extensive use of Google spreadsheets.
Live in them, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Should I roll the dice here? Get him close. This is the grenade guy, so I want to get him close.
We're getting some shout-outs in chat. Hi, TangDuck08 and Fire Girl Game 67. Really glad to have you here. This is a first look at an excellent new tactical turn-based RPG called Depth of Extinction. Not released yet, so this really is the first look at it. Love to get your comments and feedback on it. Having a lot of fun watching it. Definitely looking forward to this coming out later in the year. If you're interested in seeing the game actually get released up on Steam, we have a Greenlight collection of
Roll the dice,
Georgia. So check out Depth of Extinction, and feel free to vote for it there and spread the word. All right, let's see the grenade.
No, I'm going to do empty clip.
Oh yeah, I know this one.
Woo-hoo. Took out two
down fire.
I think I saw you do keyboard shortcut there.
Oh yeah,
we should talk about the keyboard shortcuts.
There's definitely keyboard shortcuts built in. All right, should I just? Sometimes I just like to just roll with it. Take a risk. Okay, I'm gonna fire at this guy. But yeah, so you can tab through your targets. I don't have any. Excellent. This guy doesn't have anything in range except for that. So hey, it worked.
Wow.
I got to get the camera to stay on this.
Rain down death.
Oh, but no!
Gone forever.
You out in the open?
I told you I was rolling the dice.
He was
there.
asking for it, really.
Yeah, I'm playing pretty aggressive here.
Makes for better TV. Oh, ow!
You see that they do a lot of async attacks. That's what I call these, where they kind of fire, return fire, or they do like combined arms is another one. So if you have, if your character has combined arms and someone else attacks on your team, they'll join in and attack.
Right. We had a nice look at the characters and their stats. Can you tell us a little more about the weapons that you have in the game?
Yeah, we have, right now the weapons that we have are the grenade launcher, sniper rifle, submachine gun, laser rifles. We have a lightning rifle. I haven't fired that one yet. I'll do that one next. See how it says ride the lightning. And then we have another set of weapons that are in dev, or at least in the art state right now. Our artist has done some pretty amazing work. They're plasma weapons, and they look awesome. And,
what's their main game impact?
Well, that is yet to be determined, so I don't want to talk about it yet. Yeah, we haven't. They'll be kind of like just more powerful versions of the existing weapons, basically, but they'll have different effects and things. All right, so shotgun guy, he's pretty much only good at close range. So
ride the lightning, man. You can do that anywhere, especially at a Metallica show.
Here we go. Let's ride. And he missed. That was anticlimactic. It was only a 49% chance. So. See, the grenade launcher is powerful, but it only has one bullet. You have to reload after every shot. So I better get into cover. These two guys have a lot of armor, so it's going to take a little bit to...
Yeah, so tell us about the foes. We're wiping out robots, saving jobs. So tell us about the story behind it and the foes.
It's falling apart here. Got him with the return fire. All right, this is going to be it. Yeah, this should do it. All right.
Beeline for the treasure.
Yeah, now we need to head up for the treasure. I'm not even going to reload.
And it's always a pleasure in any game to destroy the environment.
Yeah, pretty much everything can be destroyed in this game. Except right now we don't allow like the big walls to be destroyed. I might be working on that too though. But pretty much like all the boxes and any other like lights, all that kind of stuff can be destroyed. And actually, Kevin did the lighting. One of the cool things on these lamps is if they get damaged, they'll start like flickering. Yeah.
Does that affect your chance to hit?
No, that's a good idea.
We should do that.
Yeah, we should do that. Less light, yeah. We don't have that in there, but that's a good suggestion. I like that. All right.
Yeah, one of the beautiful things about Unity, the way that you can change lighting so easily and so effectively, and then you can link it into game effects. So love seeing that when people are able to utilize it.
We have a pretty custom lighting solution, actually. So not all of that will apply. It can be different. All right, since this game is actually 2D.
Yeah, another lightning rifle.
Yeah. Doing the shadows is kind of a sneaky trick.
Right.
There's some 3D lighting calculations going on in the 2D world.
So you're not just hard coding in what the shadows will be with each light setup. Nice.
They're real and they're pre-baked during the loading.
All right, let's see. So we've only got one more piece of loot here. Let's just check the map. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start moving some of these guys back towards the exit.
All right, heading on out. You actually have to get out alive, too.
Since I'm the developer, I happen to know that more enemies are going to spawn as soon as I get this last box. So I'm kind of trying to get ready here.
I remember in old school Doom, anytime you found a very good item, it usually meant they were going to kill you right after you picked it up.
Demons would be showing up.
Okay, we've got a bug. There's no item.
Yep. Oh. Uh-oh.
I'll have to evac. That's okay.
Hard when
What about
the
the other one?
I did that. I got that one already.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well there we go. You found a bug. There was no item in the box.
Somebody else just beat you to it.
Yeah, one of the. Uh-oh.
Not multiplayer.
I know I've had a lot of people ask about doing multiplayer, and I say I'm going to get single player working first.
Yeah. Now, a multiplayer like this, you're kind of dependent on your other player getting their turns in on time. I don't know.
Yeah, it's turn-based. I mean, I think it would work. It's just, there's just always technical overhead to doing any kind of online multiplayer. I haven't really considered doing, like, co-op. It seems like a lot of games are doing co-op these days. Let's reload. All right. So no more questions?
Have you seen? I think our chat actually just disconnected. We're letting that come back on in. TWI Sean McBride commented on the progression blocker of missing the loot. But if for those of you in chat watching, if it does look like it crashes, just refresh. Beam's notorious for this. If for some reason chat or the live stream goes away, just hit refresh and you'll see us come back.
I should be able to get 3 hits here. That's 2.
So
3 for 1.
More, Mike, about the game, the story, and especially the robot enemies.
They want to know about the game, the story, and the robot enemies.
Yeah, let us know about that.
I can't tell you too much. Well, it's set in the far future, like I mentioned, and you're part of a group of mercenaries who are just trying to survive, and something bad happens to them, and they have to basically get a whole bunch of new recruits and start over. And so there you are. You're left with trying to build your team up and figure out like what happened to. Well, see, I'm starting to give away my story here.
Don't give it all away. No spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. But anyway, so you're really faced with you have a pretty good motivation for wanting to level your team up and get back to a certain area and try to solve a mystery of what happened. There's actually a lot of factions in the game. We have 2 factions of androids. So we have one that's kind of like crazy androids that are basically just running wild, and they're like rusty androids pretty much. And then we have another set that's that is a little more mysterious. You don't really know what's going on with them, but they look new. They don't look like old androids. And then you have raiders, your typical raiders, just people that are trying to just kill at any cost. They don't really care. Oh no, see, I'm down 1 player. All right, let's do some upgrading here. We also have cultists. So remember, this is far future. People live underwater. There's some people that are a little bit crazy, and they actually worship. I love this because their boss is like the best thing ever, but it's like, I don't mind giving this one spoiler out, but they worship a guy in a giant dive suit. So that's the boss that you fight.
I was expecting Cthulhu, not Cthulhu's daddy.
Yeah, and we have a couple more factions in mind also, but we're just not sure budget-wise if we're going to be able to bring those out, or maybe they'll be in the sequel. Depth of Extinction 2? Maybe. All right, let's see. We're going to do double tap. That will allow me to take 2 shots with an aim penalty on 1 action. I could do return fire, watcher. So I have this one as a soldier class. So you can see that everybody's got the same top 5 stats, and then they all specialize on a class. So here we have energy, soldier, sniper, assault, and there's 3 other classes as well. We got Sprayer. That one died. That's our SMG. Actually, no, I can't remember the other one. Yeah, well, we have 2 more. If I had someone that I could level up, I would show you. Maybe we'll get there.
I like the special abilities. One of the problems with role-playing games in development is as you add points to just general skills, you have to test it out all along the way, and sometimes those point additions can create massive unbalancing effects.
Yes.
And these special abilities, double tap, things like that, are so much easier to test and make sure they really work.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Now, the stats do have effect on the game. I didn't actually show that. Maybe I should have. But they do impact various things in the game, like how well you use cover. There's like a Overwatch. I didn't do a whole lot of Overwatching, but if you take a reaction shot on somebody, there's a penalty. But if you level up the reaction skill, you can basically lose the penalty. So, but yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that we still have to work on is really getting the balancing right. I think, especially at the higher levels, is really challenging. We have all the problems of a tactical game and some of the RPG problems as well.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got a great question in chat from Gwinnett Girl. Curious, what would you think your biggest challenge or milestone was while creating this game? Any crazy war stories?
Yeah, I mean, probably the biggest challenge was that we actually completely changed the game at one point. So yeah, it was originally going to be more of an RPG, and with a tactical element in for battles. Look, I can see. Yeah. You see that?
What would happen if you walked there?
I can walk there. Yeah, so we realized that it was just not working that well with the whole RPG element, and so I just kind of shifted gears a little bit, and so we were planning to show it at Siege actually last year, and so that was kind of our deadline to get the game working, and maybe a month or maybe 6 weeks before Siege, kind of had this realization that it wasn't working. And so we shifted it over to more of like an arena approach where you're just kind of fight. You basically get dropped into this basically rectangle level and fight against enemies and just kill them, and then that's it. And you get an item for winning the level. And so we just greatly simplified the game, and it really, people seem to like it. And so now we've kind of added in more RPG elements, but kept that core experience that people responded to, which was kind of getting in, fighting, finding an item, upgrading your players, so have the character progression and not worry so much about exploration and stuff, but have a little bit of simple exploration.
Yeah, there's a classic term in product development that's finally made a transition into the game world, and it's a critical one, I think, for any developer to keep in mind, called minimum viable product.
Yeah.
So you guys are familiar with it. Figure out what is most important, most fun, work on that, and anything else is extraneous to it.
Yeah, exactly. And then add more stuff in later once you've got that figured out, I think. But so since then, we've completely redone basically the entire metagame has been rethought. Like I said, we didn't have all these skills in the original game. We had some, but they were much more simplified versions. And we had basically these weapons, but that was about it.
Yeah, loving what we're seeing here. For those of you who don't know, Siege is the Southern Interactive Entertainment and Game Expo, one of the largest game development conferences, professional game dev conferences there is, especially in the South. It'll be in October again this year, so check out the link in chat. Hello, Superman.
Yeah, we should be there again, I would assume. I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Yeah, definitely a good game to check out at Siege again this year. Yeah, Superman, thanks for joining us. For everyone else who's come in new, this is a very first look at Depth of Extinction, an exciting new tactical RPG that's not out yet, won't be out until later this year, but you're getting the first look at it. It is, however, up on Greenlight, so if you're liking what you're seeing, make sure you vote for it. This is a link to games from Georgia currently in Greenlight. Vote for it and share the Extinction love. We have to love that Depth of Extinction.
All right, I guess I got to stop with my crazy, like, playing fast and loose and using Nick kit.
So let's talk about that. In game development, we think of a lot of basic resources. Armor is a resource. Your attack ability is a resource. Your damage is a resource.
Yeah.
And your hit points are a core resource you have to use effectively.
Right.
So how do you balance all of these different things? You've got a bunch of weapons doing a bunch of different damage. Might hit, might not. So you got a 0 or 1 state. They've either been hit or not. Then you have a random number of damage leading up to that wipe them out amount.
Yeah, I have a lot of zeros right now with this guy. He's a shotgun.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hi, salaried N5766. Feel free to ask any questions
16.
you might have. This is the depth of extinction.
Oh. Well, no. That was,
You hit all the cover.
I hit all the cover. Great. Oh, so
Yeah,
now,
destroying the environment's always so much fun.
yeah, and see our blood puddles everywhere? This poor guy bled out over here. Okay, here we go. Grenade. He should be able to do this. Okay. Okay. So much for that.
Little trails of blood all through the place.
He must have gotten hit so hard he couldn't use his grenade.
It's like, nah, I don't think I'm going to listen to you anymore.
That was interesting. I've never seen that before.
Let's talk about programming the AI. You've definitely tried to make them not clump, though we still see them occasionally clumping. Obviously, pathing and coming up with pathing is always an interesting problem, be it in Unity or otherwise. What do you think have been your most interesting challenges with the AI?
I think the AI is really, it has a lot to do with where they position themselves. So they try and balance between good shots and good cover. And really that's kind of, it's sort of an ambiguous decision, even for a player making that choice. So having them pick good spots has always been challenging. We're looking at having them behave differently depending on their faction too, which is sort of an exploration of that idea. Maybe they behave differently. Maybe some are more aggressive, some are more defensive, things like that.
Yeah. So like the crazy androids would be like just heading right for you, don't really care much about cover, whereas some of the other ones, some of the other factions might be a little more deliberate, try to flank you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's,
Aggression is always an interesting question. Do you just do it 100% attack forward? Do you have a point at which they will back off due to damage, try to get healing, try to get repaired, try to change weapons, that sort
we
of
don't
thing?
have a healing at the moment. That's probably something like
It's on the table.
yeah,
We
it's on
haven't
the
done it
table.
yet.
They do have skills, but they don't use any of the active skills. They'll use the passive skills. So we're kind of in the middle of an AI upgrade here. Hopefully it'll be done soon. I think. I don't know.
I like how you're doing the spotting and the like. It's always so tempting to cheat with the AI and just let it know where the players are, because it makes programming so much easier. But the game's a lot more fun when they actually have to act realistically.
Yeah, I read an article by one of the devs on XCOM, and he said that was one of the things they did, is that the enemies really don't know anything except what they can see, which is definitely a nice feature. I think that's a real challenge also as a dev, though, trying to figure out the right way to implement something like that. I think that's pretty tough. All right, let's try throwing another grenade here.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit before about the hope to do maybe AI difficulty levels, the basic one and the absolute challenge level.
All right. Oh, I know why he didn't fire. He's got the grenade launcher. I bet that's why. I bet that's
Should do quick grenades first.
yeah.
This is being a lot of fun to watch. This will actually be a good streaming game despite being turn-based strategy.
Yeah, because it's got a lot of those like quick hit things that are happening. Oh no, I got another one killed.
Well, it's
I'm
also
really
because it
careful.
does have so much player feedback. that the audience knows what's going on, just like the player does, as opposed to a lot of games where the player's getting feedback, the audience isn't.
I can't believe I lost my grenade launcher guy. I'm really upset about this. He didn't have any armor on. He just had this like athletic uniform, just the basics, offering protection. All right, she's in real trouble here. We gotta take some of these guys out.
Yeah, actually, all your team's pretty isolated right now.
Yeah, this is a tough board with these like catwalks.
Yeah, right.
This is another thing we're still balancing. It's like the environment is also another variable you have to consider in a tactical game. And I don't know, maybe we'll have to balance these down a little bit because there's just not a whole lot of walking space, you know. With all this.
Well, it just changes how you have to play the mission.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I think it kind of slows things down a little bit, though. That's my only concern.
But it's funny, it's also illustrating one of the things I love best about RPGs, which is the attachment you form to your characters. And you guys have it for these folks you're only using to test the game with as it is.
Yeah. All right, here's what we got to do.
It's always one of my favorite things in XCOM. Sometimes you would play very carefully with a unit, even though you know you do better just to charge in with that unit, get them near the end, recover back at base. But because you have this affinity for them, you try and keep them from getting hurt.
Oh, another one's dead. Great.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about having a squad here, too, is you can protect people who are really valuable to you. They have skills you really need. You can prioritize protecting one character over another.
Oh!
You'd think I'd be better at my own game.
Oh, and destroy your own cover. Not a good plan.
Yeah, I know. It seemed like a better idea at the time. All right, what are we going to do here? We've only got 2 guys left. I'm just rolling the dice here.
Oh my god. Oh, he's low. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no!
This is what we love to see, a TPK of the developer's own team.
Oh, that worked well. That was a good call.
That worked out. Yes, that worked out. Let's see if we can get in here and get this item.
Oh.
I love taking the chance.
Were there 2 items in this level? I need the freaking recruit, man.
Right, some missions you can find a new recruit to join your team rather than an item. So if you lose a bunch of team members like Mike has,
yes,
build yourself back up.
Oh, a laser auto rifle.
The comment in chat was, of course, Leroy Jenkins.
We got to get out of here.
Oh no! Right by the exit.
Yeah, well, they do that on purpose.
Yeah, okay.
I've got spawn points right there. All right, so we don't have much of a shot here.
You could do is that the running?
No,
skill.
Oh yeah, that's true. I could use this.
So when you add a member in mid-scenario, when you add a party member in mid-scenario, can you equip them and they start fighting immediately?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And they come in depending on the level of the mission that you're on. They come in as a particular class already upgraded.
That's one thing I think these kind of games lack too much is reinforcements. I mean, really, the police send in a team. They got another team in backup outside to come in.
I need the reinforcements here. This is going badly. All right, what do we got here? Nothing. At least it's only one guy this time. I gotta hope I can take him out before he takes me out.
You got 2 people. It's 2 against 1.
I know, this is
unless there's another one hiding in the fog.
Oh yeah, see there was the blinking light there.
Look at that flicker.
It looks like we've had some new people join us. Hello, Nuki.
Hey, welcome.
Remember that you can, if you like Death of Extinction, you can vote for it on Greenlight. Also, we'll be having a drawing for Paladin's crystals near the end of the stream. So hang out till the end, have a chance to win, and let's see if the developer's party gets completely wiped out or if he can keep them alive.
It will probably happen, but I just used a skill that gives everybody extra damage and armor.
All right. What's that skill? A war cry.
All right, let's.
Bro, you need players. That's the bardic performance.
You have like a real tough choice because I can do 2 extra damage by not moving her, but obviously, if I can't take him out this turn, she's in real trouble. So I am not taking that risk.
Yeah, no losing Ripley there.
I know she's all I got left here. Oh, and then she gets hit anyway. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. He's got a lot of health. This guy's my only guy. I must have upgraded health bar. All right, I'm gonna try this again. It didn't work before. But... Okay, it didn't work again. This is interesting. Oh, it did kind of fire twice, didn't it? Okay. Maybe I just forgot how it works. It's been so long since I tried that. Then just run for it. Yeah, that's true.
No, you can't.
I think I got it.
Oh no!
So close.
Should have run for it. I told you, you should run for it.
What was that saying about how the game is too easy?
The Iron Woman challenge.
So if you like a challenge,
Oh!
I'm terrible at it apparently, and I wrote a lot of the code, so we're still balancing. Okay, well at least I have plenty of equipment to choose from.
Loot your allies.
I'm going with the laser rifle. Yeah, we'll stick with lightning rifle. All right.
Yeah, that lightning rifle was nice there at the end to win the game.
Yes, I'm doing quite poorly here, and we still have 10 more minutes. So I'm afraid I'm going to end up dying here, and you're going to end up seeing the game starts. I only have one guy. My only hope is that I can somehow find the item and get out of here.
Let's talk a little bit more about the development process. You've gotten some good art in here. Definitely enjoying the look and feel for it. How many artists do you have working with you?
We have one pixel artist who did all this.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's been working for a year on it, like part-time. So I don't know if he's on or not.
That's still a significant amount of content for one person. Hi, Snowhawk. Thanks for joining the stream. Ask us any questions you might have about Depth of Extinction, and stay tuned in for the Paladin's crystal drawing at the end.
Let's see. So I could go. There's probably something down here. Let's go for that. Let's see if we can get over there without running into any enemies.
So not all the loot is revealed.
Right.
Start.
Only one of them
Only
you
one.
see. Yeah, you can kind of see where one of them is.
Hello, the Lone Wolf. Jay the Lone Wolf. Howdy. This is Depth of Extinction. Of course, the game is not out yet, so you're getting a good look at it now. Again, if you like what you're seeing, you've got a chance to vote for it on Greenlight and spread the word to folks you know.
What happened there? We had a bug, unfortunately.
This is the new mission title. Is it the same?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. It might be different. It's definitely going to be a different mission. So they're completely randomly generated every time. Oh, this is good. This one actually worked out better.
Oh, all the missions are randomly generated?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so all the levels get randomly generated every time. I don't know. I've never played a mission with only one guy. I have a feeling that might be the problem.
Oh. I bet we
the
haven't
transition.
tested that.
Yeah, the transition from one guy to another to himself.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I bet this is... We've never actually tried this out. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the intro.
I love it when we try something the developers never did. Everything will go perfectly.
Yes.
We've never done this badly.
This is what happens when you have a first access and it's still in development. Now you get to see what game development is really like.
I wish you would sit around and play my own games all the time.
This is the intro to the game. We're still kind of polishing this up, but so we have some.
Oh, in addition to the pixel art, you have a concept artist.
Yeah,
who did
that's
the
true.
illustrations too.
Yeah, we have an illustrator who did all these illustrations.
Yeah, these are wonderfully atmospheric.
All right, so let's launch our mission. He did stuff like this. These are, I mean, they're fantastic pieces of art. I think we originally had them as concept art. Yeah, see, so.
Hello, Lyric Mercury 937. We are doing a first look at Depth of Extinction. You'll notice the Steam link. If you like the game, please go ahead and vote for it on up on Greenlight. Spread the word and stay tuned to the end of the stream when we'll be giving away a bunch of Paladins crystals.
So this is actually, in the intro, you have like super beefed up characters. Like you can see how much health she has. And she has like every skill.
Oh my. She's going to wipe out everybody.
Yeah, she's pretty beefed up. Like when we do empty clip with her, it will actually work.
Well, that was extremely satisfying.
After having lost everybody to come in and wipe folks out. It's a great way to get a look at the game, to actually be able to try everything right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was easier than I expected. She expected it to be tougher, yeah. It's going to get a little bit tougher. All right.
That was a whole bunch of... That was very different than the last fight I saw.
Yeah? You mean where I got slaughtered?
Just a little different.
All right, so now these guys are. So this level is not procedurally generated. This one is like just a set level that we have. So we can mix and match the two. So like for certain story missions, we can have it be set a certain way and have enemies spawn at certain points and things like that. Or we can have every other mission just be procedural, so every time you play, it's totally different. Hopefully, I mean, that's what a lot of people like in like roguelike type games with replay value. Really difficult, and then a lot of replays. That's what we're going for. Oh yeah, so you can see the interference. That's our goal. Investigate interference. All right.
Yeah, an interesting startup, a different kind of startup than most games. You get to begin as the Uber power and not be killing rats on level 1.
Well, it was one of the feedbacks we had was that the game is fun, but you have to play it for about an hour to get some level ups before it really becomes interesting. And so we were trying to kind of bridge that gap and give you a more, like a look at what the game can be.
Right. And that's always a problem with games because we need to hold the players in the first minute, but we've got so much good, juicy stuff an hour, 5 hours into play.
Yeah.
Hello, Potato. Oh, welcome to the GGDA stream of Depth of Extinction. Hello, Slide Dark. Glad to have you here. Check out this first look at Depth of Extinction if you like it. There is a green light going on for it on Steam right now. It is looking to be released at the end of the year. And stay tuned in for a chance to win some Paladins crystals for the game Paladin.
Yeah, I think our green light's going fairly well, but we could definitely use a lot more votes. Steam has really slowed down in terms of how often they're green lighting stuff, and also I think the number of people that are looking at green light has really dropped off since Steam announced they're killing it off. So we definitely need all the eyes we can get.
So any votes and any help spreading the word, always appreciated. Love the lightning gun. Yeah, I think that might be my favorite of it. Fun special effects on it. Neat in-game effects.
Yeah, you're gonna like the plasma rifle probably then too. So
yeah, it's always fun to have weapons you add both for their great special effects and their in-game purpose.
oh yeah, see her reload doesn't cost an action because of one of her skills. She's a speed loader.
It's so funny the things we consider resources in games: time, hit points, armor, all these things. Trading them off. Action points, how long it takes to do things.
Blood. Now that's one of the things that we haven't implemented yet. Well, we sort of implemented some of it. It's more of like a status. So we're going to have bleeding statuses, so you can bleed out. We have a crippled status in there. If you're in an explosion, you can get crippled, and then you can't move very far. We're also going to have, there's a couple of positive statuses too. You can get a regen skill, so you'll basically regenerate 1 health every turn.
Nice. I was thinking about an enraged ability. You get wounded and you go crazy blasting everybody.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. I should write that one down. All right. I think we're going to kill this guy.
Fun mix of different weapons.
Yeah, and see these guys, like he's got the stealth armor, which is pretty nice. Gives some bonuses to awareness and reaction. All right, so only one more left. So
because we're running out of time here. It's been a fast hour.
All right, run out of time.
So 2 more minutes. Finish this up. We want to see death and blood and bleeding.
You already saw that.
The robots don't exactly bleed, but still.
They do bleed. They bleed oil.
Excellent, excellent. Blood and guts and gears.
All right, so now we've got to go to the other side of this door. What could it be over here? Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble, guys. I think we're in serious trouble here. We've got 4 giant mechs. Look like they're ready to kill us. Oh no!
Nice.
Lost.
That seems like the start of a good story to me.
Oh, I love when you use size representations to make it that much more imposing. Excellent. Yeah, RW Digital is back and says, "Oh noes!"
All right, now you have to start over with rookies. Look, one of them's name is Rainbow. We're trying to go after that cutesy audience.
Oh, yeah, it's a cutesy blood and guts game.
The people who like Rayman.
No, I can definitely see this attracting a lot of that crowd that likes the common.
I see that other guy's name was Shield. I wonder what we should use him for.
Human Shield. Sounds good.
And is Buck the money bags in the team, the treasure?
Buck the money. Oh, so now we're fighting against raiders.
Well, I think that's been a great first look at Depth of Extinction. Anyone else have questions or comments before we go to the drawing? Willing to take anything out of chat. Again, if you want to.
You can tell us how bad it is, too, if you want. That's fine.
RW Digital, you want to tell them how bad it is? How they should be making puzzle games? RW Digital says, enjoyed the stream. Thanks, guys.
Hey, in a way, this is a puzzle game.
I'm afraid to ask what the puzzle is.
Well, it's like chess. That's how I describe it to people who haven't played this kind of games. I say it's kind of like chess, except that the chess pieces have guns.
Hello, Aloof Branch 2469. You are just in time for our drawing. GGDA is going to run the drawing in the background. So GGDA, we're giving away 400 crystals for Paladins. You're getting Paladins currency. Thanks to High Res for helping sponsor tonight's stream. And if you're in chat right now, you have a chance to win.
Oh, you know what I didn't show them? Explode.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go, go, go!
You haven't seen these little boxes.
Stream Jar won the giveaway. I smell a cheat. Try that again, GGDA. RW Digital.
RW Digital won?
RW Digital won.
Maybe we should plug Sinker.
All right, RW Digital. GGDA
Sinker is also on Greenlight.
Congratulations. Please note, RW Digital, that you will not be eligible to win again next month. For those of you curious about that, RW Digital, we're going to do a first look at his game for our next First Look Tuesday. So come back again.
Wait, yeah, isn't that his game?
So, yeah, kind of
So
a
he's
surprise.
in with-
RW Digital,
so-
hey, welcome on in the stream. We're going to have some really exciting streams coming up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. First look at how to develop for the HoloLens. James Ashley is a Microsoft MVP. Going to be doing an hour and a half presentation on developing for the augmented reality HoloLens setup. Really good stuff. We have some videos of him presenting at GGA meetings in the past. Great presenter. Really knows his stuff. Please check out our Cafe Press store. Buy stuff there to help us afford to keep doing these events. I could swear I had that link in front of me a minute ago. If you want to be a part of the stream, info@ggda.org. Check out ggda.org for all sorts of good information. And I would like to get our special guest tonight, Hoff Studios, to reintroduce themselves and give you any last words. So, Mike.
Mike Stumhofer. I'm kind of the lead game designer and programmer. And thanks for joining us.
I'm Kevin Dressel. I'm helping with programming on this game. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Thanks for all your questions.
One more time, check out their Greenlight on Steam. Guys, it's great. We're going to give you the VOD. You'll have this entire thing recorded for posterity.
Oh, good.
And
Can't
thank
wait to
you
watch
very
myself
much,
get
everybody, for
slaughtered
joining
for
us. It was a
my
great crowd. Good numbers tonight. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. And then we're going to have our What's Next in VR for Motion Reality on May 9th. Great VR setup. So take care, everybody, and I'll let GGDA take us on out of here.